Hi everyone, Susan Gerbic here. So much easier for me to just make a video to explain what the heck's going on over here at Catnip Corners. I I have I've lost so much sleep. It is a 4 a.m. kind of thing, and I don't understand what it is about raccoons in my house. I know it's like trick or treat or something over here. They think I'm handing out fun size candy bars or something. Just don't know. And I want you to understand this is I have done everything I can think of pretty much to end this battle with these raccoons. And it doesn't happen very often. It's maybe, I don't know, maybe once a year, which I know friends of mine are going, that's too much once a year. So let me explain before I show you some videos. Um, I've been having an ongoing battle over the years with raccoons that are getting in through my cat door. Now, before you say anything, this is a locked cat door, the state of the art cat door, where my cats have little magnets, little chips in their neck, and so they have to put their neck right into the little opening, and then it'll click, and then they can go out, and the same thing coming in. So only my cats can come in and out. That's it. And even then, they struggle. It takes a few seconds, well, more than a few seconds. They have to put their little head there, and then they have to put their little paw in, and they can finally get in or out. They are not letting raccoons in here. I guarantee they are not responsible. So I think what's going on, and I've seen this a couple times, is that I have a very, well, both of my cats are 17, but I have one that's very fuzzy and she's very arthritic, and she has a hard time getting her back legs. Well, not a hard time. She's doing it, but it just takes her a minute to get through the her back feet through the door. And so what I think is going on is her tail or something, because she's moving so slow, is that the door just doesn't close all the way and latch. And because my cats have full access to going in and out, and they just stay right on the porch or the driveway or whatever and go do their business in the bushes, I guess, or someplace. And I I don't know. I check the door to see that it's okay, and it's always latched. But there have been a few times, very rarely, but I have found a couple times where it is just not latched. So, and to answer that other question, why don't I have a litter box? Okay, well, I've tried litter boxes for years with these cats, and it's just they're stubborn. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to make them do it, but I got a real fancy, expensive cat box for Imogen recently. And, it cleans itself and everything. It's wonderful. But I don't want to discuss anybody, but it was pretty disgusting. I could not get her to use it correctly. Let's just say she'd put her front paws in it, and I tried all kinds of different litter, and the thing doesn't move until like 5 minutes after the cat has left the darn thing, and it self cleans itself. It's great. As much as I travel, I thought this would be brilliant, but no, she doesn't know that she needs to have her entire body in it and turn around before she uses it. Nope. And it's just awful. So, and Hamilton won't use it at all. I mean, what are you going to do? I can't have a conversation with these cats and that they understand. So I just feel like I'm always at a state where I have to outwit the raccoons. And I mean, Imogen is in. She's. I feel really bad for her. She's. You can hardly even touch the lower part of her body because she just freaks out. And she gets a shot every month to help her with her arthritis, and it is helping. But I mean, it's only maintains her. It's dry food. I keep dry food out all day for the cats, a bowl of dry food. So, okay, 2 nights ago, let me set this up for you, which would be Sunday night, right? Today's Monday. So Sunday, always around 4 a.m., I'm in bed. Hamilton is curled up right next to me. Sweet little Hamilton. And and all of a sudden I wake up to this noise, a thud in the kitchen, and the kitchen is right next to my bedroom, and my door is open. And so I hear this thud. I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh. I've got cameras all over my house, and they have, I use Blink. And so it's motion activated in some places. Other times I have to turn on the camera to see what's going on. So from my bed, I can turn on the camera to see what's going on. So here's what, let me show you what happened the first night. So I yelled like, oh no, what's that? Or something like that before I turned on the phone to record what was actually happening. But I can show you the beginning of the aftermath of what went through. Let me find this little video clip. So hold the horsies. Zoom's got new software, so everything takes a second. So this is what I recorded out of the back from my camera over my driveway of the raccoons on the first night, which was Sunday at 4 a.m. And you can see what's going on here. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am sleep deprived. I need my full night's sleep. Here they are. Oh, get off my lawn. Get off my driveway. Okay, so that's the first night. And I thought, oh my gosh. So it got into the house, and because it knocked over, I have a big tub of Iams cat food to keep it nice and fresh, and has a lid on it, nice sealing lid. And they went up to that. They ate the food in the cat thing, what was left in the cat bowl, and then they knocked the darn thing over to try to open it up. And they would have had that thing open. I know these raccoons. I can't even use paper bags or anything like that, because in the past they would get in and they'd burrow into the paper. But now things are different, and they should not be able to get into the house, but they do. So when I made the noise, the raccoon ran out, and the only way he could have run out is if one of his friends was holding the door open for him to get out. That's one of my biggest fears, is that I'm not going to be here, and the raccoon is going to come in using the methods that it's been using, and then it will not be able to get out. So I'll have a raccoon trapped in my house for who knows how long, until somebody comes along and opens the door and lets the darn thing out, if they even know. So I can't have raccoon. I have to fix this problem for when I'm out of town. That was Sunday. So I'm awake, and you can hear me talking because I can turn from my phone. I can turn on the lights, and I can also speak through the phone, so you can hear me telling the raccoons, get off my lawn, get on my driveway. Oh my gosh, you guys! And so I said, okay, great. Jeez. Next morning, which would be Monday morning, 4 a.m. again, I'm sleeping, and I hear this noise, and I go, oh, geez, I wake up. Hamilton's sleeping next to me. Imogen's sleeping in my office. She's asleep in the office. And let me show you what happens next. There they are in the backyard. Backyard camera caught him with emotion. The lights turn on automatically. Caught him running away in the backyard. But here's what was going on. See them coming out? Look, I'm going to show you again. Watch them come out. And the lights automatically come on because it's a motion light.
Get off my lawn! You guys get out of there! What
See,
the
now,
heck?
they're not
4
leaving.
o'clock in the morning again.
There's a reason they're not leaving. 4 of them. There's a reason why they're not leaving. See, he pauses and he's like looking. The reason they're not leaving is because one was still in the house and I didn't know it. I just was kind of quiet for a little bit. And I'm like, oh gosh, what the heck? There was one in the house. So one got out, but when they got out, the locked, the flap closes and it locks. And so there is raccoon in my house. 4 a.m. Thank you very much. So my cat could care less. And I'm not getting a dog because I can't even imagine, I can't even handle cats and raccoons. I don't know what I would do with a dog. It would just, no. Here it is. Let me show you again. So this is inside. This is another camera I have. I have it set up so that I can keep an eye on, people coming in, going out of my back door. I can see, and I can also keep an eye on food bowls and stuff like that whenever I'm not home and make sure that they're being fed. Here he is. Watch. He's walking in front of my bedroom right at that moment. So 4 a.m. Here I am. The reason why you can hear all this and see this is because I'm recording it special. And the food bowl is on the left, off camera. You can't see it right now. And that is a little raccoon right there because my friend Paula gave me a raccoon to put on my camera just to freak me out. The little fake raccoon. So here I'm going to have to get out of bed. I have a raccoon in my house. It's 4 a.m. Open the door, turn on the lights. Raccoon. And I go back into the bathroom so that I can hide myself so that the raccoon doesn't come at me.
Raccoon! Get out!
Okay, the raccoon eventually comes out, but you can't see it right there because what I did is I had to stop that camera and turn on the camera for my office so I could see it sitting in the office, just sitting there going, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. The last time this happened was a year ago in August when Mark was in hospice in the other room. And I found a raccoon in the house. Oh! And the raccoon, to get out, came into this room that I'm sitting in right now and went climbing over all the books trying to get out the window and tore up the desk area and everything trying to get out. And that was a nightmare. And there's a video of that. You can find that. Ask me. I can show you that video. It was horrendous. That was at 4:21 in the morning. And I was so sleep deprived because, my partner was in hospice. In fact, he died the next day. And I was just beyond sleep deprived at that point. So here's what I've got going on now. Oh, anyway, so the raccoon eventually ran out right after, but I didn't film that part, but he got out. So what I did is I put a bucket of something really heavy in front of the cat door because it's 4 in the morning. I'm so tired and I have just got to get some sleep. So what happens? Oh my God, I can't even tell you this. This is so awful. So I'm like, I'll get up early as I possibly can. I'll let the cats out. And no. Imogen, in her wisdom, goes underneath my desk where I have the cords to all my computer stuff, and she pees on the surge protector. She waits until this morning. I get up, I open the door, I let her, I remove the barrier to get out. No, she decided she was pissed off and she decided she was going to pee on my surge protector. So here I am, barely awake, and all of a sudden there's all this popping noise, pop, 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 coming from the room where I'm at right now, and smoke. Jeez. So I come over and I unplug everything really quickly. And sure enough, surge protector is blown out. Now I know, Karen, if you're watching this, I know I have got to get that electrician in here to get me these two circuits in here because I have a lot of cords underneath my computer because I have a lot of stuff. Yes, I know. It's the top of my to-do list right here. But in the meantime, so I had to clean everything, not only clean everything because I have raccoons in the house, clean everything, and I had to get to and buy new surge protectors. And I took all of the, she's never done this before, you guys. She has never peed on any cords, never. And so I took everything out. I put a table in underneath this desk that the computer's on. And I took all the cords and the surge protectors, the brand new surge protectors, and I lifted them up so they're like 2.5 feet off the ground. So there's nothing she could do. Then I blocked it all off so she cannot get to anywhere near cords. It's all blocked off. And it was, it was pretty clean in there before because I'm just really cautious about having any kind of dust and stuff that's under there. And I usually do a pretty good job. So it was in pretty good shape. I mean, it wasn't like a nightmare getting in there. But anyway, so the war is on. I cannot travel in any kind of good conscience. I'm so worried about raccoons coming in. So here's what I did. So I was talking to my friend Greg. I was telling him this story today. He says maybe you should put some weight on the flap so that it has more oomph when it closes. So that's what I did. I put bolts and I taped them onto the thing. And I went and I cleaned it out really good, the mechanism for the cat door, and it does not open. You have to really put the cat's head in there, or you have to hold down one side and then put your hand around the other side of the door to get the flap to move. It's not an easy thing for it to do. This is a good little device. So I put weights on here. I was thinking of getting some glow in the dark, something that looks like eyes, and putting them on there so that they can freak out when they come out. So let me show you what I've done. I'm almost waiting for him tonight. Let me pull this video up here. All right. So I went to several different stores and I found a Halloween, I've tried a whole bunch of different Halloween things. I wanted something that moves and just lights up and makes sound. Just freak them out, right? And so I went all over. The light automatically goes on because it's a motion light right there. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm trying this out. And it's only been half an hour. So I don't know. I put weights on the flap to hopefully keep it so that it falls and it hits. And then I bought this little thing over at CVS. Oh my God. Okay. Here I am trying it out. Oh, I don't think it's shared. Let me try that again. This new Zoom thing. Okay, whatever.
Raccoon, here I am.
Wait, I should show you something else first. Hold on, wait. Because this is what I tried first. So you can see the nuts I have put on there, so they're heavy.
Oh. Maybe they will make enough noise.
I think that'll freak out the raccoons. They won't come in the house if that's there. Oh, I bought some plants while I was at CVS. Okay, so the problem with this thing is is that it's not waterproof. And you can hear that cackling laugh all the way down at the end of my driveway, and I have a very long driveway, and I have neighbors, and I don't really want to have my neighbors bugged with that sound of that cackling at 4 a.m, which is probably what's going to happen. So I put a brick right here, and then I put a plant right here, and then I put more bricks on top of it to try to dull the noise coming out of there. And I wanted it to continue jumping around so that it would freak out the raccoons with the bucket freaking out. But then it's not waterproof, and we're expecting some rain eventually. Maybe we'll have some rain someday. So that's when I went and tried this. So here's the newest rendition. Raccoon, here I am. You see the nuts, see? That hopefully will just solve everything.
It isn't going to activate. Maybe somebody brushes up against it. Oh, there it goes.
So I muffled the sound a little bit by putting some blankets and stuff in there. And now it's waterproof because it's in a Tupperware. See how the light goes on. So that's my plan. My plan is to outthink these raccoons. Now, I don't know who's going to win this war eventually. And I don't want to have to keep buying batteries for and that cackle thing is I'm already over it. But so you guys are all caught up now. I'm waiting for them to come back tonight and get some video. If I know they're going to come back. But whether they shouldn't be able to get in. So I think the weights on the door might make it so that they can't really get out. I'll push my cats out to go do their business as late as I possibly can, and then let them in, and then let the door close, and hopefully they can't get in, because that should be it. And then maybe that thing jumping around will scare them and they won't come back, because I don't know what it is. These are generational raccoons. They're explaining to their young where the good candy is, so where the good food is, and they don't bother anything else. I have vegetables in the backyard. I have fruit in the backyard from, I grow it. As far as I know, they don't bug it. They're not interested in that. And so I have to, so yeah, it's possible it's going to freak out my cats when they're outside trying to get in, having that hand thing tap on them. But I hope my cats will be used to it. And the least, they don't seem to care right now. I've had it on a few times when they're around and they don't seem to care. So hopefully it startles the raccoon enough that they leave. So anyway, sorry, long video, but I wanted to explain it all, and it was so much easier to just do that in a video form. I hope to get a good night's sleep tonight. Oh, I need to be able to not worry that I go out of town and there is going to be a raccoon in my house for a day until somebody comes over to feed the cats their wet food and check in on everything, because no, I cannot do this. No, I'm too old for this anymore. So, but I'm going to try to outsmart these raccoons. You guys have any great ideas, let me know. But remember, I can't do anything that's going to harm the cats, and I'm not going to capture raccoons. So don't even ask me that. I'm not going to put a trap there to capture live wild animals and take them out someplace, because they'll just come back, and I'm just not going to do that. And there's nobody I'm going to call that's going to come and take raccoons in a cage. Besides, it might capture my cats. So we got to find some way around this. But tonight, I think we got it. So we'll find out in the next few days. Wish me luck.